Morning, folks. Sean Antel here, Two Brothers Bushcraft, out here for another beautiful winter Alaskan day. Just out here messing around, still playing with the new knife and that kind of stuff. Got a few other things out here I'm just staying on top of and keeping my skill with them up, playing with my axe and a few other things. The reason I'm out here today is because, well, it's winter time. And here in Alaska, winter dominates half the year. Depending upon where you are in the state, temperatures may range from around 0 or just below to, in my area, where it can get down as low as 30 or a little colder degrees below 0. You head further north, you get up into Fairbanks. They average about 30 to 40 degrees and can get colder the further north, of course. But there has been places in the state where, you know, it's not uncommon to see 60 below or colder. So the discussion of gear comes up a lot. And what works for me may be too much for where you are. I see a lot of guys get dressed up for where they are and say that if they were coming my way that they would have to stop and buy more gear. I don't know if that's necessarily true, because I've watched a few videos and I'm not sure how they're out doing what they're doing in way more clothes than even I generally wear for the winter. So, and there's just a lot of really good information out there when it comes to this stuff. And there are vast differences between the far north and down in the lower 48 and that kind of stuff. I'm out here showing off my fancy little trapping hat today since we're discussing winter gear. But it's not really cold enough to need it, you know. But in fact, I'm not even sure how cold it would have to get before this hat didn't function. So what I'm doing is I came across some new hand warmers, and so I thought I would just bring these to people's attention. These say, okay, so these are reusable. I do have some experience with these. These are reusable. They say they'll heat up to 1 hour. And they, what does it say? Of course, there's all kinds of warnings because of the temperature. Do not apply directly to the skin for more than 10 minutes. Blah, 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 blah. I believe, if I remember correctly, these are supposed to reach 130 degrees. So, I brought my trusty little thermometer out here. We're gonna break one of these guys out. They also make these in a larger one. So like if you had a, say a kangaroo pouch, you know, you got your boreal wool hoodie or something like that, you're hunkered down, you need a little more heat dispersal, they do make larger ones. So we're gonna get this guy out and we're gonna just kind of take a look at it. We're going to hit the button. We're going to watch what it does. Like I said, these are pretty cool. It's a chain reaction kind of a deal. I don't know what's up with that one. That one looks... I'm gonna have to take that one back. Anyway, there's this one. In here is a little switch, and you just basically click on the button and the chain reaction starts. So let's see if we can get this guy to activate. Got the little finger on it. Hopefully you can see this. Anyway, right there is a little button, and you click the button and it's supposed to start the chain reaction. So let's see if we can make this do its thing. And there you go. One little click, and already you can tell that this thing there's a chemical reaction going on. And I can tell you right now, I can already feel the heat. It will solidify, so if you need to put this in your gloves or your pocket or something, kind of make sure that you can mash it out before it turns into a total solid clump. But as you can see, chemical reaction, and I can already feel this thing getting good and warm. So let's just get out our thermometer here really quick. See where we are so far. Alrighty, we are already at over 100 degrees. So let's ramp it back up really quick. 106, 113, 115, 117, 120, 124. Now I'm sure that the temperature is going to vary based on outdoor conditions, but I can promise you right now that at 124 degrees, that's pretty warm. And keeping that guy in your pocket or in your gloves or something like that. Let me see if I can get this on here so I can get a close-up on the camera. I have to keep fidgeting with it to get a good grip on the handle here. Hold on. Oh. 90, 100, 104, 16, 8, 11, 113, 15, either way, at 100 and some degrees and that in your pocket, that's gonna produce some much needed warmth, especially if you're you're stuck, you don't have the right gear on, it's really cold outside, that kind of stuff. So anyway, for those who are always asking and discussing and trying to figure things out to improve your winter gear, give these guys a look. I have one here. Make sure you open the boxes. I didn't open this one. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to take this one back to the store. I should have opened it before I bought it. I don't know what happened, but it looked like it faulted there. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, palm size, so this would go nicely in a pair of gloves. You know, they have the ski gloves that Head makes. Some of them have zipper things where you can stuff stuff into your pocket, in the pocket for hand warmers and that kind of stuff. You can just throw this in the pocket of your shirt, you know, wherever, and get some instant heat. They say an hour. I'll keep an eye on that and let you know before I post the video. Let's see where we're at here temperature-wise still. Even as cold as it is out here today, which for here is not really overly cold. It's I think it's in the 20s. I'd have to check, but we're still 115 degrees. So just something to think about and to consider when you're looking for stuff to help out and keep warm with. Oh, sorry, my knee. Anyway, yeah, so these are Hot Shots. Like I said, there's the box. Made in the USA. Always a good thing. 3x5 inch hand warmer. I said it says 1 hour per click. All the information's on it. Do's and don'ts, warnings, all that kind of good stuff. But anyway, I just thought I would take a minute and bring this to people's attention. I had a discussion with a buddy of mine last night. He lives down in, I believe, the Midwest, about gear and base layers and staying warm and so on and so forth. And to me, it was kind of amusing the temperature that he was talking about, because it was 10 degrees. And you know, I'm still dressed pretty thin at 10 degrees, so. But for, you know, other people, like I said, everybody's different, and I like things like this because, and I like testing things like this because I do a lot of traffic control and construction stuff around the state, and I have done a lot of product testing when it comes to gear and stuff, because if you're out just doing traffic control and it's 30 below with the wind blowing and you're standing there, you're not generating heat. There's a big difference between you're outside swinging your axe or doing your yard work and this and that and the other, and it's so cold and it's still above zero, as opposed to 30 below with the wind blowing and you're not moving at all. So my job has allotted me a lot of opportunity to do a lot of product testing. So gloves, hoodies, hats, beanies, pants, base layers, shoes. I have tested a lot of that different kind of stuff, and I've done it all over the state, from down in the Homer area to Dead Horse, which is basically the North Slope just right off the Bering Sea, and it can get extremely cold up there. So anyway, just a quick video. And like I said, they make larger ones too. And if you're looking for stuff that you can just throw in your pack that doesn't go to waste, isn't just thrown in the trash after each use, even though technically your basic hand warmer, which I never discount, I usually have boxes of them laying around, you can get more than one use out of them if you can put them in a bag, because they're activated with air. Okay, it's a little bit different than this. They're activated with air, and after they cool down, they start losing their thing. You can literally put them in a bag and suck the air out of them and get another use, or potentially another use, maybe not quite as warm, but still get some warmth out of them, you know, more than one time. This one, these guys, an hour per click. This thing is still pretty warm. Feels nice. And let's just back up over 80, 90. So just while I've been sitting here, rambling. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Should get a temp gun. Sorry, battery fell out. Anyway, still showing over 100 degrees, so that's a good thing. And we'll just keep an eye on it. But yeah, so a friend of mine, one of the customers from when I was down at the knife shop, mentioned these to me. So I grabbed a couple. Like I said, I should make sure you always, I'm not sure what happened to this one, but I'll just take it back. Anyway, so that's the purpose for the video today. Just to give a quick shout out and a heads up for people looking for ways to stay warm during the winter and not drag a bunch of gear out with them that they're just going to end up having to throw away, 5 minutes after they've used it. So anyway, that's it for me for today. I've got some more messing around to do out here. Lots of other videos planned. I'm trying really hard to get back on here and get more stuff out. So tried to do a lot more shorter videos. So anyway, thanks for joining me today. Sean Antel, Two Brothers Bushcraft. Have a great day and stay warm.